Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel for my review on the epic conclusion to 19 years of the X-Men franchise. As it isn't getting very good critic reviews at the moment, this is Kia's Reviews and this is my review of the final Fox adaptation of the X-Men saga, X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Who are you?
The better question is, who are you? Are you a scared little girl who answers to a man in a chair? Or are you the most powerful creature on the planet?
I don't know who I am.
Dark Phoenix was a fitting, brutal, and dark end to Fox's 19-year-long series, redeeming itself as one of the better X-Men films. The biggest change between the last prequel, which was X-Men Apocalypse, and this entry is the massive change in tone, as this was a film very similar to DC's Batman vs Superman, in terms of them both being very dark films. This was in fact darker, which was surprising, and it worked in favour of the film. A story arc of this manner needs to be told in a dark sense, which really enforced what Sophie Turner could do with her character in Jean Grey.
You should understand better than anyone that we're only ever one bad day away from them starting to see us as the enemy again.
So what? We wear matching costumes and smile in pictures
That
to
is
make everyone feel
a small price
safe?
to pay for keeping the peace.
By risking our people to save theirs.
Yes, yes.
Sophie Turner was without a doubt the best part of this series. Her portrayal of Jean Grey really raised the stakes leading on from X-Men Apocalypse. It was really an emotional ride for the character, and that's how it came across. Seeing Turner starting off her portrayal 3 years ago with an apprehensive state of mind really made me worry about how she would take on this sort of character change. She exceeded what I expected of her, and her level of acting was the biggest credit of X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Jean, you gave us quite a scare up there. How are you feeling?
Actually, I feel fine.
Hank? Yeah. Would you take a look at Jean? Standard medical for anyone injured in the field. Thank you.
X-Men Dark Phoenix was incredibly surprising as a whole. Critics seem to really hate on this film, and I don't see what was wrong with this, as it was Fox's best shot at finishing their franchise before it was cancelled. The way they ended this film left me needing to see the next part of the story, but also left me satisfied with how they ended things with each character. This film seems to be very similar to Captain Marvel earlier this year, and tried to tackle what Captain Marvel attempted to, which was feminism. X-Men shot at it was so much more fitting to the story and left its female characters more empowering. And with that point in mind, Dark Phoenix handled everything Captain Marvel couldn't do, and X-Men did it really well.
I'm sorry for what she did, but I can't let you go in there.
You're always sorry, Charles, and there's always a speech. But nobody cares anymore.
Experiencing a twist on the previous X-Men stories really proved this film to be entirely unique and enjoyable. This film was not perfect though, as much as it was great, but there were two prime negatives that were definitely identifiable. These being the strength and continuity of the story, as well as the really bad villains in Jessica Chastain and her side plot. Jessica Chastain is a brilliant actress, but she handled her performance in this really poorly. Everything about her in this movie really took away points from the final score I'll give this, but I don't want to enter spoiler territory, so I'll turn to the story instead. Dark Phoenix had a generally good idea behind it, but missed the mark at some integral parts of the story. The completely reshot third act realised it would be the final time audiences would see these cast. And it was nice to have this act deliver what X-Men fans would want, leaving me completely satisfied with it.
Jean!
X-Men Dark Phoenix isn't as bad as critics let on, but it's not one of the best superhero films either. It was simply an interesting superhero film that was a welcome conclusion to Fox's long-running franchise, bringing out the best in some of the cast, mainly Sophie Turner. The new dark tone credited the overall film, so I'm glad Fox jumped in the deep end with some risks that they hadn't touched yet. Dark Phoenix was a brutal and violent entry to the series, so it deserves a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Have you seen Dark Phoenix yet? Let me know below. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to see even more, check out my channel and be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of Rocketman and Aladdin. As always, be sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and to read more reviews you don't see here, follow my Instagram account at Kia's Reviews. This has been Kia's Reviews, signing off for now.